Hey guys, Ben Barris here for another OLAM MacGuffin Milestone prototype video. Just wanted to say sorry for the excessive breathing and nose sniffing. My sinuses have been going pretty bad ever since spring decided to come around. You know it's been snowing too. I don't know, it's Maryland weather for you. Anyway, just wanted to first thing to point out are the actual background textures are not the free CG textures that I found on the free source site. These are tree textures that Jason made himself. I think they look really, really cool. And I've also made it so the lighting only affects the trees, which gives it that nice soft purple glow, purplish glow. And it only affects the trees because before we had it, were affected the whole game world, and the game world started to seem a little dark, a little too dark to the point it's like little just it wasn't really easy to see. So let me make sure maximize. Yep. So it's all maximize on play, and I'll start this. First thing I would like to point out is the top left HUD bar. Now this actually shows up in all resolutions. Before I had it set so it only showed up in 1920 by 1080 resolution. Whatever resolution I have going, I'm not even sure. But this is actually can turn out to be a really big problem because before, if you were to run this on lower resolutions, it would not show up at all. And if you were run on higher resolutions, it would show up in, like, say instead of the top left, it would sort of see, not necessarily in the middle, but just farther off, offset to the left. And as I'm sure you can ask Sean all about it, that was actually a really big problem. One of the big problems we had in our last Unity game I made last semester, and it made it appear as if the game was broken because the bar wouldn't even show up. But hey, now this will show up in all resolutions. And another thing I would like to point out is we fixed it up so all of the animations have a nice fluid transition. Before I had it so the idle stance made Lionel seem thicker and more stretched out, and when he started to run, it sort of shrunk, and it gave it a really weird look. And right here, nice little jumping animation that Sean animated himself. This is actually um, probably not going to be the what Lionel is going to look like when he actually jumps. These are just some of the other stances that we had Lionel for his other animations. I just put that in there just to make sure Unity knows when Lionel's jumping and when Lionel's not jumping. So later on, if we do decide to add another jumping animation, then I can just change the pictures or the PNGs actually. But actually, if you ask me, I think it looks pretty cool. It makes Lionel look like a geek, look a nerd. And finally, for animation wise for Lionel, sprinting animation that Jason and Sean were working hard on. I think it looks really, really cool. And also over here to the right, you see before the head and the barrel and the body are shaped out, so now it appears as a four-legged creature, sorta. But this is actually going to be the frog enemy we have in the game, so I figured I would already shape up the hitboxes so it would appear that way. And right now I made it so Lionel can still get hurt from this frog enemy, so let me get rid of him before we lose all of our lives here. And one final thing before I proceed with the level is the MacGuffin right here, sort of on the right side of the screen. This is the MacGuffin that Lionel will be chasing towards in order to get more energy and more health. And this is sort of like what the game revolves around, because not only will Lionel get energy and health from it, but it'll sort of tell the player where to go in the level. So it will sort of not make the player want to backtrack as much in this prototype level, because when I do backtrack, MacGuffin's still going to be over there. Once this will sort of give it like the chasing illusion, which, we can always add the Unity particle effects or frame by frame animations to make it more lifelike. And let's get going. So let me jump over here. And as you saw, the MacGuffin sort of moved immediately over here to the shrine, as you see the MacGuffin ball right there. And this is where Lionel will have to touch the shrine in order to get the MacGuffin's energy and health. And right now I don't have it set so it does any of that, but that's just a matter of a line of code really. So once I do touch this shrine, boom. Well, you did see the energy boost up a little bit. And that's just for, like I said, we wanted to destroy it so the player won't have to find a loophole or be able to find a loophole in the game. So say if we did leave that shrine standing, then Lionel could always run back, and the MacGuffin would always run back to that one shrine, and then um, it would sort of make it so he would always just be able to run back and get more health, which is not what we wanted to aim with this game. We just want this game to sort of make it so the player will just proceed through the level, really. And wait for this. I'm always bad at this part. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so the MacGuffin's going to go to the shrine over there. And this is the bee that we had in the previous prototype milestone video. And now I have it so the bee can detect where Lionel is on the screen. So if he's on the right side or the left side and stuff like that. I'm not sure how well the animations register with this video software because this is sort of just something I looked up on download.com. And so I will also be posting a web version of our game. I'll post the link right below the link for our dev blog, and also post it in our dev blog as well. And like I said, these animations they were done by Darius. I think they're really, really cool looking. I've also made it so the bee will start stinging Lionel. Right now I have it so Lionel doesn't actually lose health. And like I said, this is all subject to change. See if we want to speed up the animation or slow down the animations. The code is set so it's very easy to make these changes. So let me get rid of this dude. And this final part, once I touch this shrine, the game is gonna crash. But I actually wanted for that to happen, believe it or not, so I can explain how the MacGuffin works in our game. Once the game starts, once Lionel was chasing MacGuffin and all that, the MacGuffin's coded to detect the nearest shrine available in the game world. So therefore, we made it that way. So once Lionel does destroy like the previous shrine, it's coded to say, okay, that shrine's destroyed. I need to find another shrine. So that's where this shrine comes into place. So once I touch this shrine and it gets destroyed, the MacGuffin code is going to say, alright, the shrine's destroyed. Now I got to find the other shrine, but there's no shrine in the game world. So then the MacGuffin code is going to start freaking out, and then Unity's going to blow up and say that I crashed the game. But I wanted it to be that way. Just for now. Just to show you guys what's up. So once I touch it, boom, blows up. No reference exception. And that's just, like I mentioned before, that's just all the MacGuffin code. Really simple stuff to add on to. And that's about it for our milestone video for this week. As you can see, we've made a lot of small changes, but these small changes are very significant further on down the road. I actually had a problem, or ran into a really big problem with the bee animation. I'm glad I was able to fix that and saw it and captured it right now, actually, just in case, later on down the road, wonder why the bee animation is not going to work, but seems to be working now. And like I said, I'll be posting a web version of our game, or our prototype level so far, so then you can actually see how the game was meant to be played, because I'm pretty sure this video, I think Aaron made a statement about it, that the game runs really choppy through the video, and I assure you it's not like that at all. So like I said, I'll post the web version as well. Thanks for watching.